now that you said.
Oh, we have a game. We have a game. Necromantic at 1740. Not sure about that. Who are we running to?
Belgier got you.
Ooh, an agility 4 wolf.
Reagan Smash, you must be on a team because I remember spelling your name for Andy. Oh, you're a Storm Vermin, mate.
Yeah, Reagan Smash, you are on this team. You are the newest recruit. 12. 4 fan factor.
Bobface isn't here, is he? Oh well.
Bobface. He's not, no. Oh, fiction. Sorry to hear that, pal. What race were you playing? Oh, you playing Necro, weren't you? Oh man, that sucks. Oh, he's gone for Setek. Setek and a Babe. That's a pretty solid choice.
Yeah, Setek. Yeah. Quick look at the leaderboard to see what our standings are like in OCC. We're still fifth, though that result's not processed yet. One game to go. We mathematically could get relegated, but it would need Ramaset or Kiyoshi to win their last game. In fact, Ramaset to win both his last games. Should be safe, but might go down. Should be safe.
It's Tector. I have to admit, I wouldn't have taken Setek. I would have taken a wizard and a bribe, given the choices available to me. But Setek's not terrible. It wouldn't have been my choice.
Chaos Warrior. God damn it.
Oh no. But you can't.
Rubbish.
You can't do anything about it. Aggressive chat. No. I did actually get a +2 fame over the weekend in terms of Blood Bowl stories. I got a +2 fame against an Orc coach. Really nice guy. Really nice guy. I really enjoyed playing with him. He was very good magic player. And
how'd you know? Did you play Magic with him?
No, he told me he was very good at Magic.
He might just be one of the world's most accomplished liars. You don't know that for sure, do you? All right, let's take it as read that he was being factual. Okay, so an excellent Magic player. What else?
And he was really nice. And then he got +2. I got +2 fame, and we rolled a pitch invasion. And so of his 11 players that were stood up at the start of the pitch invasion, only 7 were still stood up. Only 4 were still stood up. 2 of those were on the line of scrimmage, and 1 was where the flesh golem is now, but just slightly further forward. And I was playing necromantic. So that one got surfed off, and then I blocked one and knocked it over. And I think we surfed one and killed it, and knocked one over and KO'd it. So I think his first turn he got to move 2 players. It was quite
nice, isn't
it
it?
was quite wow. Yeah, if only Andy had picked Juggernaut. Yeah, well, quite.
Yeah, stand firm and the tail synergise nicely, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, if he does get to 76, you're then starting to struggle about what do you actually take, because
Tackle, strength.
well, strength would be nice, yeah. Tentacles? No, it's strength, isn't it? You just take strength.
By the way, do you concur that going for a second tackle goat on wrestle goat that levelled rather than movement was how you'd go?
Yeah, more than
Movement's
likely.
nice on a chaos team, but wrestle is probably one of the goats that you want it on least.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and your team, you specifically need it.
Well, since what's his chops died, Killer Goat #1, we've been down to one tackle only, which just frankly doesn't cut the mustard. So yes, they do. So yeah, I think tackle's right. I think we go. Movement is jolly good on a goat, but wrestle goat is unlikely to get the ball very often. So using the movement offensively is less of a thing. Though I suppose it makes him a little quicker on defense. But I think tackle was too pressing an issue. Frank's suggesting strong arm. What, for a rat ogre? Oh, Frank, you big kidder. Does it lend something to the show? Sort of, do folks sort of quite like the sympathy follow for watching my chaos teams play? Because they seem to be losing about as much as they're winning at the moment, which is pretty push poor, to be honest. Nice deep kick, but you're rats, so don't care. Kick it where you like. We're not bothered. What are these yellow ones then, Andy? How does that work?
I don't know.
And if you pile on, sometimes they leave the pitch, do they? Okay.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, well, something to look forward to.
No, it doesn't happen for everyone.
Thank you, Wolford. I'm suffering, so you don't have to, mate. Or to make you feel better about your own suffering. It shows the human side of the broadcasting team, doesn't it? Well, I don't think, apart from that, I did do one mistake when I was just busy stewing about something else. I re-rolled something I didn't want to, but apart from that, didn't play horrendously today. I lured and laid traps and applied pressure, and it's just none of it worked. So it looked very underwhelming. Oh, Frank, I know it ain't just me. It's just in that division. That game was one of the ones where you look at and go, need to get 3 points from that, really, and we didn't. And then just to sweeten the medicine, let's casualty 2 warriors on a fireball. Both of them can have a niggle. At least one of the apothecaries worked. You know, that's a bright side of things, I suppose. But I mean, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm so sick of leveling Chaos Warriors. Hey, that looks good. Chris talking about Prawn the Rat Ogre if he gets another double. If he got another double that wasn't strength, Tackle or dodge would be quite appealing.
Mm-hmm.
Dodge just to make him a pain in the arse knock over, as most strength players don't tend to be the tackle ones, roughly speaking. Just saying, generally. And tackle, as it really annoys the shit out of anything with dodge, with the diving, the prehensile tail attached and the stand firm attached and all that. Both of those would be lovely. Hello, Homosep, how you doing? Hi, Goldie. Goldie says development on this team's insane. It's rats, though, mate. This is what they do if they don't die. Matto, good evening. Somebody did say pro is good. Matto says they're wrong.
Yes, Mike, absolutely, I did. Because we've got lots of guard. My consideration was that I wouldn't if I pulled them forward, they're then out. Yeah, they are out of position. Whereas now they're not.
Baby Davo says, is he still on the list? Yes, he is.
Oh,
no, I can't talk about that.
Who is that? It's just brilliant.
I saw that name that must not be mentioned on the list when I was making the Dark Elves.
Oh.
I'm feeling that Matto's not a fan of pro. I don't think we've taken pro on big guys before, ever, have we? I certainly haven't.
We haven't, because normally there's about 3 other doubles that I'd want before it.
Yeah, I'd tend to go with that, really. I suppose uses of pro, if you've got, let's say, an Orc or a Human Blitzer who's got all the Achilles skills and then reaches 176, you could give him pro instead of greed rerolls for just kill attempts, maybe. Vampires for the latter picks, not the first skill, maybe. But yeah, I don't like the unreliable nature of pro. So if it's something that you'd really want to reroll, you ain't going to want to use pro to do it. So it has to be on something like greed rerolls. Hence, that leads you to the should we re-roll that blitz, that doesn't matter, that's just trying to kill something. Moving the Rat Ogre, though, he doesn't really move around all that much, does he? He's either blitzing or staying put is pretty much what he does. And if you do try and move him and it doesn't work, never mind, because he still retains his tackle zones. Are you toying with abandoning Rat Ogre? Because you could, but he does do a job somewhat for this team. He brings him a bit of beef. And he's pretty good as Rat Ogres go. Oh, got one. Just as I say that, he's there giving me that's not a very nice gesture, is it? I hope no kids are watching. So that's Zero Wolf the Rat Ogre laying his claim to why he needs to stay on the team. He who must not be named is talking to you, Andy.
Maybe Dave.
See, this is like turn 2, and you've already done as much damage as I did that entire game. I think that was it was along those lines, wasn't it, Superdoom? It was hard to tell at this distance, but it certainly wasn't a nice gesture. Certainly not for a Sunday. Goodness me.
If I block here, I push you there. That then blocks to there.
Yeah, Pablo, it's a fair point. When Walford was looking like he was hitting his stride, the pressure on Zero Wolf as Rat Ogre to get the the big cheese voucher and thanks for your services was building momentum. But now we've lost old Walford. Yeah, hang on for a bit. Yeah.
suppose I could just block there. I don't want to push him. I could push him there. And if you don't get the knockdown, you walk forward, and then that's that.
I bet, Matto, you're getting through a lot of paper, are you? Haven't, especially as you're writing the whole thing in a massive font, in bold, in caps. If you print that out, mate, I think you're going to have to refill a couple of times halfway through, aren't you? Oh, Crystal Hunter, that's a very good suggestion. Crystal Hunter suggests, can we amend that? He who should not be named to he who has not yet been named. Yes, fair play. Yeah, Frank, but it's... people get all arsey when you refer to their children as it, at least in my limited experience.
Well, that was not a bad second turn, was it?
That was smashing.
Two tackle have gone. So in fact, actually, 2 tackle have gone. He's not got any tackle left. So the Gutterers are feeling a little bit more Billy Big Bollocks, which is nice.
Yeah, and well, the guard also on that zombie who's away. He's got an agility wolf, but it does have a move bust. What a shame.
Oh, he's got 1 tackle left. Sorry, we stunned that one. Didn't remove that one out.
Blodge on the wolves. Helgen does have tackle, doesn't he?
Helgen, oh yeah, Helgen's a fully armed and operational battle station.
Oh, yes, he is. That's very good. Well done. Frank says the PC version of referring to gender-neutral children are they. Oh yeah, I suppose so. Don't really think of that.
Oh, turns out we're all right.
Oh, he's got tackle on the white as well. Tector spotted.
Yeah, I stunned that one.
I can never remember. Storm Vermin, they need a double for mutations, don't they? So
yeah,
getting horns on Helgen would be smashing. Absolutely super. But bit of a big ask. And Soul Baby's just subbed for the first time with Twitch Prime. Soul Baby, thank you ever so much. How's the Olympics going, by the way?
Oh, because he's from Seoul.
Well, it's spelled differently, so I was making a little joke. You see what I did there? But yes, welcome aboard. Thank you very much indeed.
Absolutely, Soul Baby. Thank you very much. Where did you find this, by the way? And have you been watching a long time? It's a good start for 10, isn't there? I won't go any more questions just now. You watched it a while ago. Oh, excellent.
Well, welcome back. Good to see you.
Absolutely. So the Necro coach is now running away, which is interesting.
It's a vanguard manoeuvre, perhaps. Oh, so I know it's a double-edged sword. To be honest, that Prime doesn't re-up itself. If you're gonna sub to one channel and you think, right, I'm gonna sub to that channel, it's a pain because then you forget and blah. But then there are also folks who watch shed loads of Twitch and then sort of rotate it around a bit, share the love. So swings and roundabouts, isn't it? But oh god, it that must not be referred to. It that has not yet had its they's name.
Oh god,
it's not working. This is it?
No.
Want something? Oh, Andy, your kid's crying again.
Daddy, 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 are you ignoring me? Wow. Well, we have a new follower, so I'm not ignoring you, but I'm just going to park you in your pram for a moment, rock you slightly.
What, with the big rock or?
Well, yes, a ginormous rock.
Of the social round. I'm never gonna say I told you so, but you're gonna be no, I'm thinking it, won't you?
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
Right, we're going to go and try and man him up a little bit here and put lots of guard in. On the basis that we can, because we've got lots of strength and guard, do a thing here. Ooh, set X down, set X out.
Well, that's a big plus. And this also rather nicely sets up a pop on Jack London the Wolf, doesn't it?
Well, I was pondering the wolf. Do I go for the wolf or do I go for the flesh golem? Because both are valid, aren't they?
Yeah. Probably the golem's more of a pain in the arse, isn't it? Being a fully developed flesh, a fully operational flesh golem.
Oh, you like that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the flesh golem here.
You rarely manage to quote anything or draw analogies to anything successfully, so when you do, I think it's only fair you get proper recognition. Yes, well done. Oh, no bueno. Oh, and it has mighty blow. Yeah, well spotted, no. But yeah, there's all sorts of reasons. That's what I mean. A fully operational flesh gun. It's got all the toys, hasn't it? Block guard and mighty blow. Though it's very thoughtfully got an armor bust, which doesn't actually make any differences. I think all our mighty blow rats have got claw anyway. So, yeah. Oh God, Aratark's feeding it warm milk and whiskey. Sorry, feeding they warm milk and whiskey. Them.
Oh well, dropped it.
T says this is weird. What's weird, T? What's happened, bud? T's either looking at something out the window that he's about to reveal, or
Whisper, sorry, didn't you get that milk from a cat?
T, we're just ignoring it, hoping it'll go away, and I think that's generally the plan with kids. I mean, if you do just leave them somewhere, someone picks them up eventually, don't they? Hands them in to the authorities. God.
Sometimes.
Michael, the mechanic, is asking how many matches can we squeeze in. This is probably the last one, is it? What were you been on a skill night?
Maybe. Depends how quickly we run all through this. I might do 2.
Yeah. Oh God, it won't shut up. What are you going to do with it now? Look at it. Look. Yeah.
Dog milk? Have you ever tried to milk a dog?
Well, you see, there's your dilemma. If you want a decent amount of milk, you're going to need a pretty big dog. But there's the problem. Can you imagine a Rottweiler and you trying to milk it? That could go horribly bad real quick. So you think, all right, well, I'll stick to a small dog. But you're there trying to, wringing it out, trying to get some milk out of it. It's easier to just go to the shops, isn't it? Let's be fair. Dudorino says you can milk anything with nipples. I can't do Bob De Niro voice, Dudorino, but so do you think you could milk me? Because I've got nipples.
How is that? Oh, right, yeah, of course it is. It raises one other slightly interesting question. Oh, skull.
Hello, it's a spot look, isn't it? Oh, even better. You stay there.
Down, boy. That's a dangerous 1 dice to throw now.
Frank says, have you seen dog milk in the shops? Is there certain countries, far away that you could go to where you could get that sort of thing, perhaps? Different cultures, different ways. I admit, you're not going to get it down the local co-op, are you? I concede that isn't going to happen. Oh no, Helgen's been mildly concussed. Shake it off, Helgen. Oh, puppy, congratulations. 701 in OCC. Well done, mate. Oh, Frank, give us a break. Be fair. I was being very diplomatic when I was referring to Johnny Foreigner. Oh, shit, you made me say it now. To other cultures, I didn't even specify, in case it caused generic offence. I just said places far away. I think that was pretty good. That was pretty harmless, wasn't it?
I don't think anyone noticed, to be honest.
I do live in Leicester. It's a smorgasbord of cultures, is Leicester.
A what board?
Smorgasbord. It's a Scandinavian term. Means like a selection, doesn't it? Is it Norwegian or Danish? That could be Swedish. I honestly don't know. But it's one of those words that has been assimilated into the English language. Hello, Duran. How you doing? Distorter thinks it's Swedish. It probably is, isn't it? Somewhere in Scandinavia, anyway. Ah, right, okay. Fly KT soda, flicked soda, flicked soda. We'll go with flicked soda. Is sandwich table. So a selection of stuff, and it is indeed Swedish. Oh, good, excellent. Hi, Skarametso. Is ombudsman a Swedish word? I did not know that. Kissy Bear says, but ombudsman's Danish. It's so difficult, isn't it, to get these absolutely right.
Oh, got one.
Duran, yep, absolutely. Fill your boots, mate. That was a good one as well. Now, is he going to regen? He is not. Oh, dear. The dilithium crystals, Captain, they just cannot take it. And he's gone. Pensiville's starting to consider concession incoming. It's a bit early, and nobody really expensive's got hurt. You've niggled a zombie, though it was a decent one. Probably not. We don't see that many concessions recently, have we?
Nah.
For that poll, Durham, that's for the next 20 games you're doing on stream, right? There you go. Duly voted. Ooh, Amazon's getting a lot of love there. All right, yes, good luck, Darren. There was a suggestion earlier, Andy, that you're not looking very well and perhaps you should be off games from work tomorrow and stay and play rats all day. Make sure you qualify.
No.
Right, in management now, you're not allowed to be sick.
No.
Apart from anything else, it's all the fucking paperwork, isn't it? You do return to work interview and then upload it to bloody hub and book them off on bloody Impact 3 bloody 60. Oh god, work.
Oh, we use that as well. We use that. It's fucking annoying.
It's very popular.
Oh dear.
They all are, Andy. The alternatives are basically the same thing. Oh, hello. Eldar, well done. He's come out of nowhere to be a good rat, hasn't he? Do you remember? I remember us buying Eldar recently. Cheers, Darren. See you later. Walford suggests you could be observing President's Day.
What's that?
It's a day for presidents, Andy.
Oh, okay.
Stotty asks, when does the season end? Is it Tuesday lunchtime?
Wednesday lunchtime.
Wednesday lunchtime. So there you go. Oh, Aratak, that'll be something to look forward to, moving back to Edinburgh, somewhere decent to live. Oh, right, apparently, if you're in the United States of America, who may or may not have an issue with...
no, nothing.
With...
obesity. Chocolate, candy.
No.
4-lane motorways.
With nothing much, because it's a wonderful place to live, have got the day off tomorrow.
Oh, really? Okay.
Do you know why?
No. Oh, I do now.
Why have they got the day off tomorrow?
It's the President's Day tomorrow.
That's right, it is, yes.
Uh-huh.
You know lots about America, don't you, Andy? That's well done.
Yeah. Well, that gutter runner gets up.
I'm enjoying a refreshing glass of Coca-Cola as we speak, which is something I, as you probably know, don't normally buy. But when the curry came round on Saturday tea time, I brought me a bottle of Coke with it, which I thought was nice.
That's
Just
nice
as a
of 'em.
present. Just a present. Had an experimental dish on Saturday night. I wasn't 100% with it.
What was it? Oh, got one another
I
one.
went,
Bloody hell.
it's alright, I'm not bitter.
That's right.
I went for a lamb karai, which in itself isn't particularly exotic, but I don't normally have a karai and I don't normally have lamb. And it's alright. Brilliant. Hello, Yakastay, how you doing?
Oh. Claw's broken. Take it back.
You can't really get much tuna in Indian restaurants. What in Indian restaurants with doo-doo fish, is there any particular sort of fish that's popular with Indian cuisine? I've had curried fish and it's been hit and miss. I've had sort of tandoori fish, which is really good, and I've had fish curry, which was, let's have this again next year maybe. Really didn't like that very much. It made the curry taste of fish. Go figure. It wasn't awful, this one, Des. Obviously, I managed to choke it down. But it wasn't brilliant. It was... Bombay duck is outstanding, but you can't get it here anymore.
Oh, Yakastay, I'm glad you liked it.
Rex says, did I say doo-doo fish? No, tandoori fish. Tandoori. Tandoori. It means baked in a clay oven, but often marinated first in stuff.
Whereas doo-doo obviously means poo.
Well, when it happens, you're going to find out all about that, aren't you? Or not, if you can't talk about it.
Quite can't talk about it yet. Andy, are you playing against half a team? Because we nailed a few of them. We've got five removals so far.
I'm here bemusedly scratching my head going, yes, it's your advanced positioning which is making your game have gone so much better than mine did.
I wish that was true.
Shall I reduce the number of games I play? Because it seems just depressing me playing twice a week and it's just rubbish.
No, I like it.
So cut it down to one league.
No. I enjoy it.
But Chaos Wars keep doing it. It puts me in a bad mood. I've got to actively cheer myself up.
Yeah, but it's good fun. Oh. Oh dear. Down, dog. Down, boy. Oh, yep. Down, boy, indeed. Our opponent is having rubbish dice. Absolutely rubbish dice.
Would plain elves cheer me up though, Pharisee?
I'm going to go with no.
Could, I suppose. Killjoy wants more Zunk matches. It kills the audience, though. Unfortunately, Killjoy. That's the problem. That yeah, I'm not a big box office pull when it comes to playing my games, mate. So it's probably not good for the show. Aratak says join Rebel. That would be more leagues, not less. I'd be quite happy to play in Rebel if I had sort of infinite time to do it. But don't forget as well, folks, that it's not just spare time; it's show time as well. And I don't mean that like waving your hands in a big sort of Broadway style. You know what I mean? Time available when the show's on. Oh, Samuel, I couldn't possibly begin to speculate. Has Gnoccop said much here? Like, or has he been silent, silencio?
No, he's not really said a great deal.
Because we know Gnoccop. He plays in leagues. So I've played him years ago. Definitely played him before. Tell him Zunk says hi. Probably go who. Well, I told you about that time that unfortunately this was on his stream, where you know when Lupac resurfaced sometime in the autumn. I thought, oh, I haven't seen Lupac for ages, so I popped in the stream and said hello, and he basically was, "Who are you?" It's like, well, fuck off then. And I don't mean that from a sort of, hey, I'm a really big deal streamer. I mean, we used to know each other in UK Bubble, is why I mention it. That's not why it was a thing. I wasn't sort of being a dick about it. Super Duper says, has Lupac resurfaced? Yeah, he sort of glugged up from the depths sometime in November and then glooped back down. Oh, Killjoy cheers 100. It may kill the viewership, but it brings in the bits, though. Goes on. Thank you, Killjoy. I feel a lot better about it if there was some little nuggets of success. But yeah. Oh well, aren't you special? Yeah.
Oh dear.
Go and win the UK Bubble again and come and talk to me.
Again.
Easy mode playing rats. I've won it too. No, he's not. He's not back Super Duper. No, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know.
Oh well, that was a stun. Right.
Well, this is all going tremendously well, isn't it? What did Gnoccop say when he said hi from us?
I haven't said it yet.
Oh.
I'll say it shortly. Which is the agility on that one?
Did Ava have a lovely time in Stockport?
She did actually. Remarkably so. She did enjoy herself.
Did she have a pie? They like a pie around Manchester, don't they? In fact, that used to be one of the jokes where I used to work. Duderino will recognise this one. That the staff restaurant in Leicester would serve pretty much anything from, on occasion, salmon, steak, food from around the world, salads, all this. You go to the staff restaurant in Manchester, it's like, what do you want in your pie? And is it chips, yes or no?
Wow.
Well, it's just you sit there to piss out the Manchester lot that all they basically ate were pie and chips with gravy, you know. Tragic thing is, it wasn't entirely inaccurate. That was predominantly what was served in the canteen. There was a salad bar, but it was a sad, humble affair, you know, with a bit of lettuce slowly dying.
Oh dear.
Was the pie counter, you know, they were flying off the shelves. What's popular in the northwest of England, Killjoy, is pie and chips and gravy. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, I'm not turning my nose up at pie, chips and gravy, but they used to eat this every day.
Maybe I should have made that a bit harder.
Well, what was the other thing? We deduced that our colleagues in Manchester used to like any food as long as it was brown. Only like brown food, me. Was the
Brown?
brown food, only like brown food.
Logan Smash doesn't like apple pie?
Fruit pie's alright. It's different thing though, isn't it? You know, that's a dessert pie as opposed to, you know, pie. Yeah, an apple pie with gravy on doesn't sound good, does it? Is he too diapilling you? He is. Dirty thing. Yeah. But there's a lot of risk attached to that. That's Helgen, isn't it? You don't want to get that wrong.
Well, no, quite. There's the tackly one. He's over there. Right, can we make this 3 dice? So I've already got strength 4. 5. So, okay, so we need to make that 2 dice. So if we make... I'll do that block there.
Not from the northwest, you super duper noob. Reagan Smash says, what kind of pie would you have with chips? This is where it gets really exotic. Well, meat pie. Typically. Variants thereof. Though, to be fair, even Pucker do actually, they are more specific. Oh, Monty, thank you for the host. More for it gives us a little Will of Kelly. Thank you very much. We've got another one. Oh, that was a good one as well.
That came back. Though.
Oh, he's back. He's fine. Minced beef and onion, chicken and ham, chicken and mushroom. They're all popular pies, aren't they?
Yep.
Ironically, one of the biggest pie factories in the whole country, you know, the Pucker pies, they're made here.
In Leicester?
Some of them are, yeah. It's a massive pie factory. It's not far from me, actually. About a mile away.
Oh, wow. You know things are going well when you're getting 3 dice on a flesh column.
Yes, it's a big factory in Syston. In fact, it's where you go for the speed awareness workshops, which I went to one of those many moons ago.
I don't know. Are you aware of your speed?
Whatever. It's more of a guideline than a rule, isn't it? Aratak says macaroni pie. That'd be real bad for you if you ate that a lot. But I mean, I wouldn't turn my nose up Aratark. You know, if you were peckish and had one of those, you know, wouldn't be all picky about it. Lasagna pie seems a bit redundant to me, though. I see where you're going, Frank. But lasagna in itself, the pasta is, you know, meant to be non-meat based, you know, carbohydrate ingredients. So do you need pastry and pasta? I think, you know, as pies go, probably a steak and ale pie is probably pretty good. There is a difference, though, to you folks who are not from the British Isles, between pie and chips from a chip shop, which tends to be a pre-manufactured pie. And, you know, don't get me wrong, they're reasonably good eating, but they're not cuisine. By comparison, you can go to some of the highest ranked restaurants in the land and have pie, but it'll be delicious, as opposed to with chips. Distorted objects, pucker pies are cuisine. Well, they've been popular, there's no denying that. Though, to be honest, if it was a choice of a pucker pie or a Greg's pasty, I'd rather have a Greg's pasty, personally.
Oh no.
Then are you familiar with the work of Greg's?
Oh, me and Greg, we used to get on really well. I used to go and see him every lunchtime. Then I moved jobs.
Reagan Smasher, it's a hard sell these days trying to shit on British food when about 50% of the world's most famous chefs are British. You know, it's just misplaced. I'm trying to think of a place I went and visited where I just had universally poor food. I've been anywhere that's been all round terrible. It was a bit shit in Lanzarote, but that was more because of the immediate vicinity and where my then girlfriend wanted to go and eat was shit, rather than it being generally shit.
You just indeed your opponent. Hang on. I did indeed. I just indeeded my opponent. Oh no. Oh no.
Hi, Sassanake.
Oh, I feel bad for him.
So, on Monday morning, Sassaneke's basically going surfing on a sun-drenched, crystal-watered beach.
That's very nice. I did find, while I was at the tabletop, someone who said that they really liked chicken and tuna pizza, talking to pizza.
Was it verbal? Had he had a few?
No, it wasn't. It was someone who does podcasts, and they're very good podcasts, but I haven't got a link, so I can't say who it was.
Indeed. Gurrian rightly points out, amusement park food is largely terrible. Yes, it is. It really is. That's a very good point.
Do you know?
Distorter says any shit pizza place in the UK. Well, there are plenty of shit places in the UK for pizza, Distorter, but it's basically all the chain ones, and then the kebab joints trying to branch out. But there's also plenty of Italian restaurants where you can get really good pizza. Admittedly, you've got to kind of know where they are, but you can't just throw a rock and be bound to hit one. And plus, that's a bit racist as well, so you shouldn't do that. Killjoy's got a suggestion for an emote. Am I going to regret this? Or not? No, it's good.
You can't have words. Oh, he's just double skulled without any real ones left. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear.
That's a good suggestion, Killjoy. I like that. Indeed, he's getting traction as a thing, because I've started using it now as well.
Wow.
Both of us.
Oh, indeed.
You're pushing it, you.
No, it's nice that you come along.
Oh, distort. I completely agree. If you go into a kebab shop, have a kebab, but don't buy a pizza. You're asking for trouble. It'll be, you know, edible, but it won't be like, you know, if you had Italian relatives or pals over to visit, you'd keep that quiet. You wouldn't take them there. No. I'd start talking about Scottish food. Well, I've been to Scotland quite a bit. You used to go up there with work and had some brilliant food there. But then, you know, you've got all this beef wandering around the hillside. So, you know, a magnificent steak. And then the whole place is surrounded mostly by sea. So it's no shock that the fish is pretty good. So, you know. And isn't Gordon Ramsay, was he Scottish, for example?
Gore, good old Gore. I'm not sure actually.
Well, with a name like Gordon Ramsay, must have been eventually at some stage, mustn't he? Kebab shops, yeah, they're not enticing, are they? I know what you mean, Reagan Smash. Thing is, if you've had a few, kebab does do the business as it's sort of greasy food. I don't object to kebabs. Time and place, time and place. Just quickly looking at where Gordon Ramsay's from. Here we go. British celebrity chef, blah de blah. Born in Scotland, grew up in Stratford. So there you go, Gordon Ramsay, officially Scottish. His restaurant in Chelsea's got 3 Michelin stars. Flash bastard. 3? That's just... 1 is hard.
How do you get more than one?
3? Well, they keep coming back and going, yeah, that's really, really, really good. Have another one. I think 3 is the max, though, isn't it?
Are they multi-minded?
Exactly that, Belger, yes. Kebab is drunk food. Or chicken kebab, if your local shop does a decent... If the chicken isn't an elephant's foot version of the chicken, but actually pieces of chicken that they've then grilled on the skewers, chicken kebab's not terrible eating either. I quite like a chicken kebab. G Diablo, sometimes his kicker doesn't start with the ball during kickoff, even though he's not on the line of scrimmage. He's also got to be within the tram lines as well, mate. So if you've got him in the 4 squares nearest the touch line, that excludes him as well. Could it be that?
If you, before you kick the ball, click on the kicker. So when you've got the kick animation and you're in the opponent's half, go back, click on your player, and then the game will use the kick skill. Sometimes it doesn't use the kick skill if the player was previously on the line of scrimmage or in a wide zone or not on the field. It's just a bug. It's not deliberate. It's just a little thing with the game.
Helena has basically said the same thing as that. So I think that is it, yeah. Oh, let's have a look, Frank. That link didn't work quite right, did it? I'll copy it in anyway. Oh, that looks very impressive, Frank. And for the rest of the meal in that because I've never been to a restaurant that's had 3 Michelin stars. I think 1 maybe once, a long time ago. Was the rest of the food spectacular? Because you do get some cuisine, and I think particularly the work of Heston Blumenthal, that kind of thing, that's just so left field, just for the sake of being different, that I'd rather have something a little more conventional. I think probably the restaurant I've enjoyed eating in most was 21 in Newcastle, down under the bridge on Queen Street. That was very good. That was very good. Hello, Tom. How you doing? Other Duderino says, does Andy have a YouTube? Oh, Duderino. He does. Yes, link below. Link below. And it is populated with pretty much all of these games. There is, if you watch YouTube, you've got several hundred hours of viewing to wade through there, should you want to. I think they're also largely organised into playlists as well.
They are actually, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would tell, but you know what I mean. That sometimes Heston's gone a little bit, off-piste with recipes. Like when he made, Harpic ice cream, ice cream with the unforgettable flavour of toilet cleaner, that kind of stuff.
What?
Ah, well, he probably did. It's the sort of thing he'd do. Yeah, wouldn't it be great if we were really, really rich and could just eat like absolute top cuisine on a regular basis? That would be super, wouldn't it? Aratak says slug ice cream is good. You see, that's the sort of thing that wouldn't surprise me that he'd be up to. Dirty git. Slug. Oh, no. No, I don't want that.
Oh, I know you'd have to slug it out. That doesn't work, does it? Because he's not slugging anything.
Is that the best you could do?
Yeah. Well, I'm feeling a little bit sluggish after earlier.
Well, it's one of those rare times where you're wishing it was a bit more chickeny.
Yeah. No, that's not going to work, is it? Doesn't matter what I do, it's not going to.
Just move on. Move on.
All right, fine. I've moved. Consider myself moved.
It's like if you drop a pint in the pub, don't stand around looking foolish. Just walk away confidently as if you meant to do it. That's the same thing.
All right, fine.
Snail porridge. Oh, you see, that's just being weird. That's a bit too weird. Dalchi, hello mate, how you doing?
Oh, this is not a good move because this is 2 into 1.
So, Aratak, have you got like a really clever arrangement there where the slug just flicks off all the bits of chicken and tuna, so you've only got one problem rather than two? Oh, yeah, I could do it. Can you just imagine a slug crawling across a pizza going, chicken and tuna, that's fucking revolting, flicking it off?
That's wrong.
Frank Fox confirmed snail porridge was pretty good. Oh, can't you just have it with oats and maybe a bit of honey? Snails. I know that France loves snails as a dish. That is a big thing over there, but they are pretty revolting to look at. I don't get it. And the other thing I'm not crazy on, that weird thing where there are these underground restaurants. I think this is I'm not having a go at France, but this is another French thing where you get this baby bird that's basically been fed a specific diet. Everybody puts their heads under napkins and you basically eat it like a chicken wing. Oh, and it's all a bit gross. What's that called? There's a term for it that momentarily escapes me. Poisson, that's it, Distorter. Yes, that doesn't sound very nice. Christopher says French don't eat snails or frogs. Is that just a sort of a folklore thing that's actually completely fake, or were they something that did exist but weren't that popular, or is it something that's used to be popular it no longer is? What's the truth? So it's an occasionally eaten thing in certain regions. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Because there must be a load of French folks that on the thought of snails would go, ugh. Do you like sauces with wine in them? That's very good. That's quite French, isn't it? Having sauce with wine in it. Yeah, that's very good.
I like wine sauce.
Yeah.
It's about the only thing I do like.
Killjoy says foie gras. It's a sort of pate killjoy, but very, very. I can't remember the exact detail of what it involves, but it's posh pate.
I feel like there's a surf on here.
Oh, snail's popular in Spain as well. Okay.
If the Rattiger came through, push him to there. You push him there.
Thank you, puppy. Thank you, Artak. Thank you for aiding my memory there. Well, Frank, rather like veal, no pain, no gain. You don't want to think too much about it. See, steak tartare. I've tried when a fellow diner was ordered steak tartare, and I said sort of rather boldly, "Do you mind if I try a little of that, as I've never had it?" And it was all right, actually. I don't think I'd, given the alternatives of a cooked steak, I think I'd probably rather stick with that. But steak tartare, not as bad as you'd think. Hello, steak mittens. Yes, you're turning round a lot. Well, I've got this nightmare at new job that me and one of the managers sits next to me. We're both called Dave, so we've got this nightmare scenario where folks will go Dave from a few feet away, and you both turn around and go, "Yeah." That never gets old. Yes, it does. Really quick.
Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not.
Oh, sorry, Killjoy. No, we might be crossing purposes. I was talking about poussin earlier, which is that little wee birds that is it brandy or something that they feed the little birds to make poussin. Poussin. And forgive me for my pronunciation. Don't have much French education. It was more the fact that that it was sort of cooked pretty much as one, and then basically eaten as one, the whole shebang. It's the sort of thing that the cats used to do, and you go, "Ugh, stop it."
It was there.
Go for a surf, will you?
Yeah, and it was there as well, which is the frustrating bit. That's got fucking sidestep, hasn't it? Oh, no, it hasn't.
Oh, Killjoy's brother-in-law is a chef. Nice.
Oh, got one.
Oh, got another one. Reagan Smash says, is he 3 for 3 in the regions? No, 2 of them have failed, mate. Did Setek... Oh, he got knocked out, didn't he? Hi, Noamto, how are you doing? Noamto, I think you're on the new Dark Elf team. When this game's over, by the way, do you want to show the Dark Elf team to folks who are, want to see who made the cut? Or shall I just read it out?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What, read it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I'm still certain there was a surf on there. Oh well. Because I was looking at this, there was a guy here. This guy could have blocked, and he'd push with like chain push, all the way along here. And then you end up pushing the ball carrier against the sideline. Once you get the ball carrier against the sideline, the blitz comes in and pushes in from behind. You fill in the squares behind the ball carrier, and I think it was there. It's one of them ones I'd have to go back and have a look at. And considering we were quite short on time, it's not a given. But I felt it was there. In terms of regions, I think we've done 6 casualties. I think he's had 4 back and 2 not, or he's had 3 back and 2 not.
You can see the casualty box, can't you? That'll tell you how many didn't get back.
Yeah, but
right, the Dark Elf team. The Dark Elf team, who are called Forgotten Safe Word, have got number 1, Dark Elf Runner, Lava Jackal. Number 2, Dark Elf Blitzer, the Faker. Another Blitzer, White Rabbit. Another Blitzer, Shattered Ice. And the 4th Blitzer, Noamto. Lil Baz is Dark Elf Lineman. Grindle is a lineman. Ramaset is a lineman. Pedder is a lineman. J-Dub is a lineman. And Mr. Magic is a lineman. And we need to buy some more players. Yeah, Runner, 4 blitzers, 2 rerolls was the build. I believe that's what you wanted, wasn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, he can't get through because the stunned opponents.
Which means, in terms of the next 5 slots on the list, Sergeant Oddity and Aardvac are 1 and 2 on the list. Didn't want to be Dark Elves. Oddity wanted to be a big guy of some sort, and Aardvac a white, or a blitzer of some sort. So they're still on the list. Marsum, Pedro Jack, Gruff, and Sky Blue Monty are next on the list. Kissy Bear says, where's he?
I feel like I'm about to see a throwing play from our opponent.
Kissy Bear, you are 177. But we are up to 85. So about 90 slots further down. Killjoy says he's not on the Dark Elf team and is unhappy. Killjoy, it's a genuinely new experience that you're not on a team. But don't worry. We'll be on something.
Oh, I failed my 4+ intercept.
Well, since the list went to Excel, we're about 85 into it, Aurelius, and the list's about 190 long at the minute. You are on my Chaos team, Killjoy, which is a perpetual thing. Aurelius, where are you? 105 Aurelius. So if you took 85 off that, about 20th. Oh, Sage, thank you very much indeed for the host. Welcome, Sage Dungeons and Dragons fans. Pull up a chair. Puppy says, where's he? Hang on. I can't see you, Puppy. You must have been recycled on and off. I'll add you back on. You are back on, old boy. Killjoy, you're on a team. God damn it. Oh, Helgen, thank you very much. Helgen's just resubbed Zunkbot. Zunkbot says thank you, Helgen. He can't do things for himself. He's like what Andy's about to experience. So, Zunkbot 2 months in a row. Thank you very much, Helgen. Piandu, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. I think I made a slight misplay there. Misplay. I could have made a different play. In my head, therefore, it's a misplay. The Agility 5 gutter runner could have picked the ball up in the tackle zone and just stood there. The line rat could have walked in, and then I could have... the gutter runner could have made a double go for it, stand there, and then the line rat just surfed this ghoul, and then that would have been that. I think I should have played for it and didn't. Mistake. Mistakes were made.
You are technically already on this team, Crystal Hunter, but as this team is limited lifespan, yes, I've added you on to the end, and you want to be a goblin or a fling. Which actually might happen. I think Andy might do one of the stunty teams at some stage as a secondary team. Subject to what whim he is in at the time, I think. Or how the mood takes him, rather.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake.
What, you didn't pick the ball up, you mean?
Yeah, I could have picked the ball up and I could have surfed that ghoul that's being in the way, which was a mistake. I mean, the ghoul's in a world of trouble. Look, he's got to dodge through 2 tackle zones, which is normally a 3, but he's got to dodge through 2 tackle zones, that's a 5. And then because we've got a prehensile tail on there as well, that's a 6+. So he's got to do 6+, 5+ to score. And if he fails either, then he falls over. Or ball scatters. So, yeah, it's not like it's a done deal.
I've re-added your Reagan Smash, that's a fair point. Belia, yep, done. Not stunty, got it. Runia, you've definitely been a player before, just out for definitely. Can't remember what though. But yes, I shall certainly add you back on if you're not already there. Let me have a look.
Well, let's take that ball and put it someplace else.
There we go. Right, all up to date.
Right. Look at that little scenario there.
God, we're coming up to 200 on the list soon. Blimey. Right, so everything's fine again. Well, you minded eyeing up the Agility 4 girl? Well, what a coincidence.
Oh
Ooh,
dear.
oh dear. Definitely got
I,
one.
I hope that one regens. Yeah,
You
that one's
might
back.
want to plug him in. He's fine. Rex, consider it done, mate. Well, yeah. Multimine is calling the white out for he's faking it. He's not really dead. You can't trust him, can you? How did anyone notice how the FA Cup games finished? I was listening to the Spurs game on the radio, but then I arrived home and it was 0-0, and they were getting a bit of a game. Did they win that in the end?
No, they didn't.
Oh, and as if by magic, hello Baz. That wasn't anything other than a massive coincidence. Honest, I started saying that before you spoke, Baz. Hard lines, mate. 2-2 against Rochdale. That's disappointing, isn't it? It'll be fine though. Baz, believe it'll be fine. Tomo likes the Rat Ogre. Zero Wolf, can you give Tomo a wave? You alright, Tomo? Ooh, last minute equaliser. That's exciting. Good old FA Cup, eh? Keeping it interesting. Because all the big teams were largely cruising through, weren't they? Adant, hello. How you doing? Adant is here, Andy. Coming to check you out.
Hello, Dan. How are we?
Yeah, Andy's not very well, so he's got Monday and Tuesday off work, and he's just got a 48-hour blood bowl-a-thon to ensure he qualifies. How are you doing, mate?
I might actually take Tuesday off.
I may be lying, of course. We do recognise that you are a man of determination, that no matter what Andy does, you're going to make sure you qualify. So, who's our third a participant in the three-way struggle, the dinner for three, the ménage à trois, as it were? That should be manger à trois, shouldn't it?
It is Crystal Hunter.
Oh, right. Our very own Crystal Hunter. Crystal Hunter, do you plan to take 2 days off work and just qualify with rats? Baz says they think it's like you to get to stay at a mansion and invite everyone over for a pool party. What, me? It's not inconceivable. How determined are you to qualify, Crystal Hunter? I'm guessing pretty determined. Because here's the thing: it's who blinks first. And any of the three of you can qualify. It's just a matter of putting the games in. Something could happen along the way that all the players die, and that would be done, perhaps. But it's so exciting, isn't it? And isn't it? I've mentioned this in the Discord. Isn't it ironic? The last season, Skaven were totally underrepresented. And this season, it could conceivably finish as Skaven 1, 2, 3 on the league table.
Oh, unbelievable.
Crystal Hunter only works weekends, so he's very likely to spend all of Monday and Tuesday playing. Fatten says, careful the number 3 spot. He says, yeah, I noticed you were doing well, Fatten. Hello, by the way. How you doing? Rain Smash says, what is Andy playing next season? He is playing Dark Elves, mate, and that was the team we just read out. back then. I don't know if you missed it, but yeah, that he's playing Dark Elves. They're in a very attractive black and white strip. We've gone back to the traditional black and white jerseys. The team are called Forgotten Safe Word. I think I tried to cut because I made 2 versions of them. I think Andy's going to do the first game offline and see if he can get a win. One of the stadiums, I tried to get Hanky Panky Spanky Drome, but he wouldn't let me have it. But I quite enjoyed myself making that. Oh, have you not dropped it, have you? It was Reagan Smash. Hold the ball. It's important. It's for you. That Wolf's going to take it off you. Oh. Adan confirms that he too will play more this week if needed. We will see. Smiley face with tongue out. Don't worry, Reagan Smash. You are the right rat every day of the week. New Storm Vermin on 3 points. Ooh, I should Coco. Good news is it's not Agility Wolf that's in range of the ball easily. Agility Wolf could make it with multiple dodges and go for it. So there's a very decent chance that you'll be able to recover the ball for Reagan Smash anyway.
Hello, Yami.
Hello, Yami. No, this is good time to appear, mate. If you'd appeared like an hour ago, that was a bad time. I had a fireball, casualty 2 Chaos Warriors. So the first one was a niggle, so I appoed that. He was alright. The second one, another niggle. Brilliant. Thank you so much. And these were the 2 best Chaos Warriors. Of course they were. Of course they were the 2 best ones. This game's so nice, honestly.
Fortunately, Zunk's not in any way annoyed about it, so we're okay.
I think, considering the circumstances, I'm handling it reasonably well. But, yeah, well, it was quite frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a bit like that was. Poor old Gnoccop, he's not having the best of luck, is he? Right, he's got to go and pick the ball up now. When I said that, I didn't expect he'd succeed. But now he's got to dodge away. He can't stay there. He probably should, actually, because the chances of him falling over are... Well, he's got dodge, so no, he'd probably be alright. You can certainly... Oh, dear. That was... You know, when I corrected myself and said maybe he should just stay there, that was why. That flashed across my mind. What if he falls over? It's better that he's stood next to the Storm Vermin than just on the floor.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Fathom gives Crystal Hunter a big thumbs up for the record with the rats. Baz is asking how was water bowl. Was it more of a face wash or a ball wash? Well, go on, he's asking you, so you answer that.
Don't know why I'm doing that. Blitz is just stupid. Don't know why I did that.
Yeah, that was unwise. I think confidence is flowing. Anyway, moving on. Don't do that. Go and pick the ball up. That's the main thing. Oh, Zombie Cat's got the ball. Excellent. Now, Reagan Smash. Come on. This is important. Pay attention.
Dropped it again.
What do you mean you can smell cheese? That's for later.
For
See, Killjoy's on there, sat there on 50 points, rolling his eyes, going, I wouldn't have dropped it. Killjoy, would you have dropped that? See, Reagan Smash has got all these little mini baby bells stuffed in his pockets, and his hands are all slippery. That's what's happened. Multi-Mind is saying he keeps necking cheesy poofs, and that's why his hands are greasy. Well, he hasn't sprung for a bag of Wotsits. He's got some like Aldi cheesy poofs. Why couldn't he have Wotsits? I quite like cheesy poofs, to be honest. Cheesy poofs are good eating. Oh no, he's picked it up. Look. Oh no. Multi-Man says because Wotsits are for winners. Oh, poor Reagan Smash getting grief off the crowd. Oh, they've started to throw cheesy poofs at him. Unfortunately, cheesy poofs don't make a very good missile, and most of them are just blowing back in the crowd.
Oh no.
He's not. He is. No. Surely not. Oh, phew. Okay. Well, there's a problem. Do we blitz one of them, or do we just score with Zombie Cat? I would say Reagan Smash blitzes the Wolf with an assist next to him, and then goes beyond, stands in the end zone, and Zombie Cat gives him the ball. That's worth a chance. Do that. That's what I'd do. No, Andy, not doing that. Okay.
No.
So is he trying for the dodge? Don't catch it.
Right, was that... Oh, it was Aldar, wasn't it?
It was. I know Reagan Smash, at some stage you do need to not drop the ball. So wipe your little paws on... Well, there's that wolf, you can wipe them on that. I know he's upset, but, you know, like, what's he going to do? So, yeah, just wipe your little fingers on the wolf, then get the ball. Off you go. So who's the right elf now then?
Oh, I've got that in hand, don't worry.
Well, that's the problem, you haven't. It's on the floor.
Oh, for God's sake.
Aww. Oh, now he catches it. Tackle zone. You can afford to take that chance. There's no way your opponent can win. Or draw, rather. He physically cannot reach the end zone, so fair enough. Yep, Reagan Smash, thumbs up. He's just wiped his hands all over Jack London, the werewolf, who's looking pretty pissed off, which, to be fair. But it did the trick.
We could, of course, try and surf that werewolf and the lying down one.
Just score.
It's not my go.
No, I mean, when it is your go, you just score. That's the thing to do. Don't mince about faffing. You need the points on Reagan Smash. What's he getting? Mighty Blow. Pensiville says, is that lamp a Sage tribute? What lamp? Do you mean the completely different, from a legal perspective, plasma orb? Sauron's left testicle. No. It's just complete coincidence that we also have an electronic 70s device in the background of the stream. Complete coincidence. And that has been legally proven in a court of law.
Yeah. Now he could have, of course, 1 dice into 2 dice uphill here, if you so wished. Or you could have 1 dice into 1 dice with a 3+ dodge.
1 dice into 1 dice. Oh, hello.
Oh no.
Do you like it, Pensival? It's good, isn't it? Touch the Sauron's testicle, Andy. Show Pensival what it does.
Uh-oh, 2 dice uphill. Oh god.
Didn't work.
Oh, he's gone for 2 dice uphill into 1 dice. Oh, into the fucking knockdown.
That's unlucky, isn't it?
Can't score now.
Well, he definitely can't. It's all stunned, look. Oh. No, you can score Killjoy. Killjoy 1 point off levelling. Pensival likes Sauron's testicle. You should see the other one, Pensival. It's a beaut.
It's a bit swollen. It got a bit of a kick in earlier today.
Oh, that's why it's called Sauron.
Why did we clear the wolf but not on the ball? Because...
An Andy joke. Oh, God.
I don't know. No. Was it no reroll? I think it was no reroll. I think that was the reason. There was a reason. I did have a reason in my head.
Oh, Helgen, be fair, he does have guard. So it's not like he's without talent. And also, I would point out, Killjoy the Rat has been refreshingly competent in what he gets asked to do. So this is the first incarnation of Killjoy that's actually very good. Killjoy says Helgen hates him. He doesn't hate you. Helgen, tell him. Tell him you don't hate him. Disharmony in the team. What would Jose Mourinho do? Oh, right. Killjoy saying that Andy hates you. That's not very nice, Andy. What do you hate Killjoy for?
No, not completely.
Called me a muppet. See why I hate him now. It's horrible, isn't he?
This is all to save me having to do a go for it.
Phil Hanick says Jose Mourinho's solution to this would be buy yet another player for 25 million quid and never put them on the pitch. Well, that's a brilliant idea. Crystal Hunter's open, look. Hand the ball to Crystal Hunter. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
No, he's not having it.
I think, honestly, what's happening is knowing Andy.
Fuck's sake.
See.
I didn't want to make a 2+ go for it. That was so I was making better odds than the 2+ go for it. Oh well. Oh well.
What's more likely to happen is he's looking at 1 point needed and he's thinking, I'm going to do a pass. Is what actually happens, I think. But there you go.
51 blocks, 6 injuries, 3 KOs. How many armor rolls was that? 21. A bit high.
That's a lot of casualties. Are you going to look at the Dark Elves?
Yeah, we'll have a quick look at them. Okay, where do we get level up? Killjoy got the MVP, so he leveled up anyway.
It's
Oh.
basically going, ha.
Oh, do I want agility 5 gut runner?
I think so. Killjoy, do you want to be agility 5? I think you might. Yeah, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Definitely do it. Do it. You'd be really annoying with agility 5 with a gutter runner. Basically, go where you like. Come on, do it.
Oh then, agility 5.
Awesome.
This team's getting silly. Look at this. This team's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, probably all die next week. They're great. This look at those. Look at that gutter runner pack. Now that is a pack of gutter runners. Look at that.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
Well, even the line rats. 2 of them have got guard.